Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com at the Gold's Gym in Long Beach, California. The day after the Legion Sports Fest in Long Beach, California. Standing here with Dani Younan, IFBB Classic Physique Pro. Danny had won a contest just a week ago, the Ultimate Warrior Challenge, I believe it was called.
Ultimate Warriors, yeah. Muscle Contest Ultimate Warrior.
Which was also, was it in this area, or was it in San Diego or LA?
San Diego.
Okay. So you were the defending champion coming into the Muscle Sport Show. It was a very, very close battle. As I understand, you and Arash Shabar were actually tied. You were ahead after the judging, then tied at the finals. It came down to the wire. It was one of those hair-splitting decisions where I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. Unfortunately, it went the other way this time. But you have your Olympia qualification wrapped up. You've been 6th at the Olympia. You were 7th at the Olympia this year, correct? Mm-hmm. So I mean, you're establishing yourself. You're definitely working your way up the ranks, making your name. I said before, I think this guy's underrated, but I do believe you're starting to get some good attention now. People are starting to notice how good you really are. Do you sense that people are finally picking up on it? You're getting a little more recognition?
Yes, actually, I want to start by thanking you guys for always trying to promote me. That means a lot to me. A lot of people don't know about me because of all the social media hype. But I believe so after performing at the Olympia last year, placing 6th. This year, placing 7th at the Olympia, placing 6th at the Arnold, and then also just winning my show, Ultimate Warrior. Just thank God people are starting to notice me more and more.
Yeah. So Classic Physique, that's your division. It seems like we're still trying to figure out what the ideal is. What exactly are they looking for? Because sometimes we see more of a bodybuilder type of physique beating out guys with prettier shape, as I believe is what happened last night. I have all the respect in the world for Arash. I think he has a fantastic physique, a ton of muscle. But if I'm thinking about who in my mind represents the Classic ideal, I would have chosen you for that. Do you see that Classic is still struggling to find its way as far as the judging and what they're looking for?
It is. Honestly, what I think is that the judges still don't know what they're looking for. The ideal physique for a Classic physique, it's, if you look back towards the 80s, like Barry DeMay, Francis Benfet, or Arnold's, all these guys. That's what Classic should look like, not more like more of a bodybuilding look. You have to go more towards the streamline, round muscle bellies and stuff like that, and V-taper, vacuum, of course. A lot of people don't believe that vacuum, it's Classic, but it is. That what gives you that V-taper, nice shape.
So when you were starting out, who were some of the physiques that inspired you that you found to be really representative of what you would hope to achieve for yourself one day?
For me, my main person, it was obviously Arnold, and then also Barry DeMay. I look up to him so much. And you have Samir Benoud, who I actually worked with posing. He helped me a lot with my posing as well. Barry DeMay helped me a lot with my posing. And also Francis Benfet was really nice poser as well. Those are the guys that I look up to, and I want my physique to look like. And I believe that's what Classic physique should look like.
So a lot of the young guys now want to get into Classic. They aspire to have the look of you or a Bumstead or a Breon, and they wonder, is there anything different about the way you train versus an open or 212 bodybuilder that they should keep in mind? Particularly you've been able to keep your waist very small and flat. Is there anything special that you've done, or have you just train like everyone else trains and this is the way you happen to look?
We train just like everybody else. This is bodybuilding, guys. So it's not like it's a Classic physique, you have to train lighter or anything like that. No, that's not it. What you have to do is you have to stick to your diet all year long. Eat clean, quality food so you can put on quality muscle mass. You don't want to, just eat like whatever and not follow a diet plan, and then that's how people get overweight, gain a lot of fat, and then when it comes down to cut for a competition, and that's how your physique gets ruined. And especially off-season people, they tend to eat cheat meals every day or every other day, and that's how you get extended belly. And it gets hard for you to keep it streamlined when it comes down to compete.
So you have a weight that you need to get down to in your division. So do you try to stay closer to that year round, or do you not worry about it?
I do not worry about it. Like, for example, my cutoff is 200 on a stage. My off season, it's anywhere from 220 to 25. Just it depends. But again, I don't really care about the weight, how much I weigh on off season. I just train, I eat clean all year long, and to put on quality muscle mass, and then I, just try to, what my coach says, George Farah, he says, if you don't have a six-pack on an off season, don't call yourself a bodybuilder. So
that's interesting. We were talking a little while ago about George, working with George, and it's very common for coaches these days to just give everyone cheat meals. Like that's a standard thing. I'm supposed to get a cheat meal every week, no matter what. Does George believe in cheat meals? Did you have cheat meals getting ready for these shows?
No. George does not believe in cheat meal. I've been prepping this year for this year's Olympia and the past two shows as well for about 8 to 9 months. Not even a refeed. He does not believe in any cheat meals and any refeed. But the good thing about George, he doesn't starve you. He doesn't kill you with cardio. So he keeps the carbs in all the way leading up to the show. I would say at about anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks out. Then he start tapering down the carbs, obviously, as you get closer to a show.
Yeah. So, you're coming up the ranks, but you want to go higher. I'm sure you aspire to the Olympia as your ultimate goal. When you look at your physique, what are some things that you really want to improve on that you believe will take you up to that next level?
Honestly, I believe I have the complete package, but we always have to improve. I just feel like I need to put on more quality muscle just overall, just to get more rounded, and of course I have to bring that top conditioning, and I'll be up there to battle out for the Mr. Olympia. Hopefully, God's willing, 2020.
Well, speaking of the Olympia, we had a big shakeup a couple months ago at the Olympia. Two-time and defending champion Breon Ansley lost his title to Chris Bumstead, and a lot of people immediately assumed, well, that shows the judging is going to change drastically. Now they're going to go toward what a lot of people consider the classic look, taller, wider. Do you believe, one show or one, especially when it's the biggest show in the world, do you think that does signify any new trend or not?
I don't think so, man. Like I said, judges still trying to figure out what's classic. Breon is an amazing champion, but to me, Chris it looks more like towards the classic and like what the 80s used to look like. And so the judges, they kind of still trying to figure out which way they want to go. They both are amazing champions, and so we'll see how everything will shape out in 2020.
Yeah. So speaking of 2020, we're just wrapping up. It's very late in the season. It's almost over. I can't believe these seasons go as long as they do now. But you've been prepping for a very long time, obviously. So the Olympia was 2 months ago, and you did that. So you've been in prep for how long now?
For about 9 months.
Wow.
9 months.
So I hope you're giving yourself a break after this. What's going on? What are your plans now?
My plans are just enjoy the time with the friends and family, and just try to grow and improve for 2020 Olympia. That's my plan.
Yeah, cool. Anybody you need to thank that's on your team? We mentioned George Farah.
Yeah, obviously George Farah, best of the best. He's always been there for me. And my family, of course, for always supporting me. My amazing girlfriend, always being there for me, even though I was hangry most of the times. But yeah, man, just everybody around me, all this, people been very, very supportive.
Yeah. Well, Dani, you look fantastic. I'm a fan of your physique. I want to see you continuing to do better and better. I think the package you have now with a little bit more size and fullness is going to be pretty much unbeatable. So I look forward to you making those improvements and moving up the ranks where I feel you belong, all the way up top. So thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, MD.
For MuscularDevelopment.com, it's been Dani Younan. Thanks for watching.